Howdy folks, Gabriel here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the concept of creating your own religion. I have to give credit to Teal Swan. Teal Swan is a really amazing young woman who has a YouTube channel and is making videos talking about various spiritual concepts, and I just discovered her a couple weeks ago, and I'm just blown away by how amazingly, totally right on she is in terms of the beliefs and concepts that she is expressing. And so in one of her videos, then she talked about the idea of creating your own religion. And I wanted to give my own take on this because this is something that basically I have been doing in the course of my own spiritual path. And I've always felt the same way, basically, but she kind of coalesced the concept in such a way that and mentioned the phrase "create your own religion," and I realized just that was exactly what I've been doing. So it is not about becoming a cult leader. It's not create your religion for in order to amass followers. It is creating your own religion, as in creating your own view of reality. There is no human on earth, now or ever, who has ever completely figured out reality, even Jesus. And who am I to say that? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that I think I'm 100% right. But we as human beings are necessarily infallible. Or maybe it's fallible, pardon me. With faults, and we have limited senses of perception, and it's simply the fact that reality is so elusive and so mysterious. You will never ever get it all figured out. There's just too much stuff going on. So there have been many spiritual teachers over the millennia who have passed on very potent and powerful and extremely important spiritual concepts, which have helped to change the world. And so I'm not denying the power of spiritual teachers. It's not about saying I'm not listening to anybody. I'm only going to think what I think and create my reality based on my own inner perceptions, independent from anyone else. It's about putting together your own perception of reality based on everything, based on your experiences, based on your inner searching, based on the teachings of others, and recognizing the fact that nobody out there has a claim on truth such that they can say, I got it all figured out, I'm going to write it down for you, here it is, now you don't need to think about it yourself, just follow my teachings, and that's all you need. Nobody has it all figured out. Whether we are conscious of it or not, we are creating our own perception of reality. We are taking, even if you belong to a religion, you're taking those teachings and you're interpreting them based on your own subjective perception and experiences and beliefs, and spinning it how you spin it. So you might as well just acknowledge that reality and take it a step further, because in my own personal view, then it's really time for human beings to stop relying on authority figures to dispense the truth to us at their will, and instead for us to find the truth within. Instead of the Pope on the other side of the planet dictating your sex life and everything else, and telling you what you should do with your life, which is individual and subjective and unique compared to somebody else's, who is somebody else on the other side of the globe to tell you how to live your life. Instead of following teachers who claim to have your best interests at heart and oftentimes do not, to follow your own heart, follow your own desires, and create your own reality based on some of those basic fundamental principles. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That is not a belief to reject because a spiritual authority said it. That's not what I'm saying. The wisdom of love and kindness is eternal, and many of the fundamental truths that different spiritual teachers have spoken are certainly still true and valid today. That can be a blueprint, a foundation, but there's so much more to reality and to life in terms of, so many different things that you do in your daily life. What's right for you and what isn't. Monogamy versus polygamy or polyamory. Having sex outside of marriage or not. What's the right profession for you? What's the best creative pursuit for you? All of these different things. Are you going to listen to somebody else and to tell you, go to the priest and have him tell you what you should do with your life and what your job should be, etc.? Or are you going to take control and take responsibility for your life and live according to your own inner wisdom? And that's what it's really about, is connecting with truth and wisdom and spirit within, instead of relying on an authority figure to be the conduit to God. Instead of someone who has designated themselves as, I've got the direct line to God, so come to me and I'll give him a call and tell you what he says. Finding that direct line within yourself to spirit, to source energy, to God, to the divine flow, and making your choices accordingly based on your own intuition, your own desires, your own creativity, your own perception, and your own individual unique circumstance in life, in your own specific body with your own particular traits and abilities and all of this. We're creating our own reality anyways. Might as well acknowledge that and work with it and go as deep with it as you can go. And as long as you are coming from a place of loving kindness and treating others with respect, those few basic fundamentals are still worth living by. As long as you're coming from a place of love and from the heart, then that's what really matters in your life. And all of the rest is, it's just fluff. It's open to interpretation. It's the variables that you can work with as you choose, and that's what it's really about. So that's my take on creating your own religion. Thanks for watching.